This is a 0x reader by Kawaii Kite, Kawaiikitte. This is an AU where Zero can turn people, from what I'm reading here, and without further ado, let's get into this. Zero, we might get caught, you protested. The boy had dragged you into the empty courtyard just to talk. Humans and vampires weren't exactly allowed to be together at Cross Academy. Not in the way you and Zero were. We weren't. Everyone's in class right now. You smiled a bit and leaned up to kiss the snowy-haired boy, slowly tracing your hand on the markings upon his neck. You pulled away, slowly smiling. I'll see you after class, okay? You whispered, giving him one last peck on the cheek. He smiled and nodded. You gathered your things and left. Later that evening, you waited in your dorm for your lover to visit you. You and Zero had secretly been together for a year. You smiled when you heard a light tap on your door. You opened it to see Zero already in his nightclothes. You grabbed his hand and pulled him into your room. Both of you sat on the bed and, after kissing for a while, laid down and cuddled. I love you, Zero whispered, playing with your hair. I love. You stopped as you heard footsteps outside your door. You and Zero froze in fear, his arms tightening around you. Your door opened and there was the headmaster, weapon in hand. Zero bolted up, trying to protect you. You two do know that vampires and humans aren't allowed to be together. I'm afraid the punishment is death. We couldn't have vampires running around and attacking everyone now, could we? The headmaster stepped closer to the two of you. You're not taking her, Zero growled. I'll be the one who decides that, he said, and 4 more men stepped into the room. I've read this before, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I just had to put that in there. A man lunged at Zero, pinning him down. The headmaster gestured towards you, and one of the men did the same to you, tying ropes around both of your wrists. Don't touch her, Zero yelled before having a gag binded around his mouth. You were both dragged away and put in a dark room. Put in a dark room, away from Zero. You started crying, not knowing what would happen. Your crying stopped when you heard a muffled sound in the room across from you. Your hands felt along the wall until you grasped a set of metal bars, separating you and whoever was making the sounds. Hello, you asked timidly. The person's face moved closer and you gasped. It was Zero. Zero! You cried, wanting to hug him. You reached your arms through the small space between the bars and untying the gag around his mouth. I'm so glad you're okay, he said, gently cupping your face in his hands. The rest of the night was spent with both you talking a bit, not getting any sleep in fear of what was to come. The next morning, Zero nudged your shoulder. You looked up at him. I have an idea, he said, if you're okay with it. What is it, you asked? Well, I could turn you. Then we would both be vampires and could be together, he said timidly. You gulped. Become a vampire, then you shook your head. As long as you and Zero made it out alive, that's all that mattered. You faced him and nodded. Eyes full of determination, Zero took one of your hands in his, and you leaned your neck down as close as you could to him. It was quiet as you felt his fangs pierce your skin. You let out a muffled cry, feeling Zero grip your hand tighter. Zero pulled away, wiping blood off of his mouth. I'm sorry if I hurt you, he said. You shook your head. You felt stronger, more powerful now. The door to your cell swung open, revealing a guard. Stand up, it's time, he said in a deep voice. He glanced at Zero and took a shaky breath. You stood up and faced the guard. You can't kill either of us, I said. You were charged with being a vampire. Death is the punishment, he spat. I'm not a human, you protested, showing him the mark on your neck. He stepped back. Well, what? How? The headmaster must have made a mistake, I shrugged. The guard sighed, but eventually he let us both out. Once you were outside again, you threw your arms around Zero. Thank you, Zero. You saved both of us. You cried, smiling and wiping a few tears from your eyes. Zero smiled and pulled you in for a kiss. No one can separate us. Okay, that wasn't really that bad, but I don't particularly like that because as much as it was an AU, that's completely fine, but it was too out of character for Zero. I've watched Vampire Night twice. First time I was 4, second time I was 13. Second time 3, almost 4 years ago, but anyways, actually no, I was 14. My bad, I was 14. So yeah, about 3 years ago. And, they've made it so that Zero acts totally different, and that pisses me off. But, I hope you guys liked this, even though I didn't. So yeah, I hope to get more stories in. Let me have a look. Ooh, there's more Zero X readers. I'm sorry, I love Zero. But yeah, hopefully these are a lot less out of character, because that kind of annoyed me. So yeah. Yeah, anyways, bye. Bye. Please like and subscribe and comment if it lets you. I don't fucking know. But anyways, well, yeah, I guess bye. I'm sorry I keep saying bye. I don't fucking know. I'm so tired. It's 7 in the morning and I've been awake since 2. But yeah, anyways, bye. I love you guys.